Greetings, Mindcrafters, and welcome to another fabulous episode of the Mindcraft podcast. We're all about all things positivity. Actually, I have to tell you, I'm just interjecting on myself here. I just updated my LinkedIn as my primary titles as a positivizer and a catalyst for happiness, and I'm so super stoked to have those up there. So here we go. And so, really, I'm inspired today. Well, from John Kabat-Zinn, also from Richard Carlson, PhD, and also because of my life in general, because what comes first, a calm mind or a calm life? This is the question. Because whatever's going on the inside is going to show on the outside. So if a house is chaotic, if the yard is chaotic, apartment or whatever is chaotic, your desk is chaotic and full of stuff, this is super indicative. People can say, oh, I'm just a slob. Well, probably not. I mean, you might be a slob, but all of that says something about what's going on in your life. And I am definitely no neat freak. Anybody who knows me knows that. However, I don't like clutter. The clutter's a thing. I figure if it's below my knees or above my eye level, I really don't need to know about it. So God bless the people who move the fridge, and do all that behind there. Every, month or two, or under the bed, like who cares? I can't see it. But what I don't like is clutter, and I realize this is where my own life comes into the inspiration here. I've been traveling a lot because and it's all good reasons. Our 5 amazing young adults are all over the country, which, visiting them and our precious little Isabel, and I've been speaking a lot, which is a good thing because that's my favorite. But the point is, I've been in and out, and it's showing that I've been kind of, living large and moving at a pace here, because the yard looks like the Amazon forest, and the house is a bit upside down, and my husband does a good job as much as he can when he's here, because he has a big job also. And I just realized that when I was inspired to have this podcast, which has happened to me a gazillion times when I've done these podcasts, is realizing that I am walking the talk, as they say. And I actually did this earlier before I got the idea for this podcast. I gotta take one small corner of the kitchen and fix it so that I start to feel my rock solid mental health come back, because the chaos is hurting my brain. Truthfully, the chaos is just the outer clutter is just hurting my head. So when I got back, I kind of resigned. It's a gorgeous weather right now, so out on the deck with the flowers, looking at the goats, hanging out with Giovanni. That's not when it hurts my head. It's when I come back in and I saw all this stuff that I pulled out of the sink because we had a leak, but then I left it there because I went traveling, and the old vases were sitting in the corner for literally 3 weeks. So that's what we're talking about here when we say, what comes first, a calm mind or a calm life? Well, and as they also say, the clutter within causes clutter without, and also can also work in the opposite way. So it is super, super, super important to try to regain some control over some of it. And this is where it gets hard, because if any of you are recovering perfectionists out there, or you're perfectionist in the throes of perfectionism, and it's an all or nothing situation, like the floors have to look, perfect. I don't even like the word. In fact, when my kids were little, I didn't even let them use the word in the house, because you're better off dropping the F-bomb than using that word. Not that I allowed the F-bomb either, but I would actually ask them, how was school today, honey? Oh, 99% excellent, because we don't want to say the word perfect. And there's a quote about that. Perfectionism is self-abuse of the highest order. And Anne Schaaf said that. So when I'm saying to get a grip on, it might be your desk, it might be your car, it might be the house, apartment, whatever, your workspace, your home workspace. Here's the thing, and I'm speaking from experience here, because with my fast mind, this is not, out of all the superpowers that we ADHDers, fast minders have, this is not one of them. We're really good at walking around the house talking about it, about how the clutter's making us crazy, and doing all this wishful thinking for somebody else to come through and pick it up for us. We got our black belts in that for sure. It can be like, I had experienced this today because it just seems overwhelming to me that the house and yard are in this kind of shape after being gone for a bit. So really, the best thing to do is to start with a sock drawer if it's your bedroom. If it's your workspace, start with a regular drawer, or start with the top. If you're like me, where you are an instant grat person, because that's my fast mind wiring, you want some bling bling quickly, then go straight for the top of the desk, because that'll look shiny and beautiful in not very long. Even if you do a big swipe with your arm and throw it in a closet temporarily, that will help out a lot. But here's the thing: we really, really, really want to take care of that clutter for our own mental health. And then, so this is the chicken egg situation, because what I was just reading from Richard Carlson is that more from the inside out, and also John Kabat-Zinn, that the racy mind causes the clutter, but it's actually both. And right now I have both going on too. So you can start with a sock drawer because it's kind of easy, or the top of a desk because that's also easy, or what I did today with the vases in the corner that I took out 3 weeks ago because we had a leaky faucet that we had to fix, so I took them all out. Then went out to Utah and did some stuff and came back and went here and did that and came back, and it was still there. So I started. Now I already feel better. I'm looking at it right now, and it's this tiny spot in the kitchen, but I'm not looking at things that shouldn't be there, so it's great. So the flip side of that, the other side of that is the going too fast, because the clutter happens. This is the chicken egg part. The clutter happens because we're moving too fast. We're moving too fast in our lives to take care of all of it, because there are only, the life minutes of 24 hours in a day, and there's only so much, and that's how it goes. And so if we're moving around at a pace that's too fast, we're gonna have things happen that they start to build up in the car, the house, or whatever. So that is it. Mental health, for our own mental health, we want to clear out the clutter in our mind, and we want to clear out the clutter in our immediate physical atmosphere to the best that you can. Because remember that setting the bar to your best is a very bad. Think of like a limbo bar at a party. You can always adjust it. That's super important. So today you want to definitely think about, how is my pace in life going? Do I need to slow it down? Maybe you'd like to pick it up. You're on the other end, and you don't need this in this day, because we need the wisdom bombs at different moments, right? And just think about it. Am I moving too fast? And if I am, how can I slow myself down? And if I feel like pins are being stuck in my head like I do today because of the clutter in my immediate atmosphere, just make one change, just one corner of the room, because it gets easier to do whatever's next to it. Trust me on that one. This is something I've been struggling with actually I don't like the word struggle. Something I've been a work in progress with for decades, and I already feel good about that one corner of the kitchen. Oh, and the dishes are done. I'm feeling good about that too. All right, so clutter within causes clutter without, and the reverse. And the question was here from John Kabat-Zinn: what comes first, a calm mind or a calm life? Again, chicken egg, you decide. All right, thanks for tuning in. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off from the gorgeous Northern Vermont. Have a mindful, clutter-free day.